Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning back into a little about LV. Sorry this video is coming to you a little bit later. I actually took some time once we got back from vacation to decorate my whole house in Christmas. Everything looks like a winter wonderland. I can't wait for all my friends to see it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Also, I spent some time making a little bit different background for you here. I turned my desk around up here in the loft area. Put up a little snowflake and my little Christmas tree, so I'm all Christmased out for you here as well. So I'm hoping that you all like this new background. I got a new light, so I hope that looks good too, but we'll see. Today I am actually going to be filming my November BOXYCHARM review plus question and answer video. So many of you gave me so many good questions I asked. I can't wait to answer them all for you. Most of them about makeup, so that was really fun for me. Also, just wanted to thank you guys so much for all the love on my last two videos. I could not believe the response that I got. I mean, obviously me and Brie are hilarious, but I was so nervous about my travel vlog. Like, I've never done that before. I was like, I don't really know how this is going to turn out, but everybody loved it so much. I had so many views, so I really appreciate y'all giving it a thumbs up and telling me how much that you liked it. So that made me feel really good, and I'll probably do another travel vlog in the future now because I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But yeah, for today I'm going to be showing you my BOXYCHARM, everything that I got in my box for November. This is not the Boxy Luxe, this is the regular BOXYCHARM. It's now $25 a month, which of course I'll show you everything in it. I do still think it's worth it, but let me show you everything that I got, and while I'm doing that, while I'm testing out the products for you and showing you what I got, I'm going to answer all your questions that you gave me on Instagram. So we're going to jump right into the video. So I got this new remote control thing with this little light that I got, so now I don't have to like reach up and like cut this part out of me like touching my phone, and I still do it. I've done it every time. I've done it when I cut it on, and then I stopped to train myself to not do that, to use the remote. Still did it. Still did it. Alright guys, so this is my November BOXYCHARM here. It's so hard to show y'all everything that's in here from just like holding it up like this, but so far I have tested out every single product but one, and I'll show you that today. As you know, in previous videos, if you've been following along with me, I don't do first impressions of BOXYCHARMs anymore just because I've had things that have broken me out, things that I decided I didn't like later. So I'm not doing that anymore. I actually have been using this for at least a week or so. So if I had any like bad things happen after my first impression, I'll be able to let you know today. Okay, so my first product that I'm going to go in with from my BOXYCHARM is this Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Eye Treatment. I've been loving this. You know, I love a good like skincare. I love all things skincare. Definitely love anything that says anti-aging. Because she needs it. It actually retails for $50, so this is pretty pricey. $25 box, by the way, $25 box. This is $50 by itself. So it comes in this little tube here. So I mean, it's pretty small for $50, but it has this really cool applicator. So when you open it up, if you can see that here, you actually put your finger here, press this, and the product comes up like that, and then you apply it here with the applicator around your eye, like around the whole eye. And I actually have not been using this in the mornings or anything like that. I'm putting a little on that wrinkle that y'all know about. Watch the skincare video, you'll hear all about it. So I actually rub it in a little bit and pat it in. I've been using this every single night. I haven't actually used it in the mornings yet, unless I'm not putting on any makeup. And I have noticed that I felt like it's gotten rid of like some dark circles, like definitely has plumped the eye area, which is what you want. You don't want any like wrinkles there. So yeah, so far I have been loving this. If you are about anti-aging, I think this is a fantastic product. I already have a couple eye creams that I like, but I am still glad that I got this in my box because I did want to try out some new stuff. It does have a little bit of a tingle when you first put it on around your eye, so it never like burns or anything like that. But if you do decide to buy this product or you got it in your boxy or anything like that, I just letting you all know like that happened to me as well, but I'm not really concerned because it's working really well. So alright, so first question that I'm going to answer is, how did you get started with makeup? So I've always been interested in makeup. I actually started wearing makeup, I guess, in like the 7th or 8th grade. My cousin was a Mary Kay representative, and so she was like trained in like how to do makeup. She taught me a lot about makeup and how they trained her. I don't do a lot of the same things now just because, like, you know, times have changed and I've gotten like even more into makeup, but I've been interested in it since then. And recently, like within the past like 4 years or so, I just like really dove into YouTube videos and like watching, you know, a lot of people do their makeup and how they do it, skincare routines, because I really needed help with that. As YouTube became like a bigger thing, beauty gurus became a bigger thing, and just like getting into that whole like beauty culture, like the whole beauty community, I just absolutely love it. I love feeling beautiful. I love putting on makeup. It's like, you know, I like to paint. I mean, it's kind of like that, honestly. It's like a blank canvas and you get to do whatever you want with it. I like using a lot of colors, so that's kind of how I got into makeup. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my second BOXYCHARM product. I got 2 brushes in this little pack. It's actually BOXYCHARM brand, so apparently they're like putting out their own set of brushes now. Maybe more stuff than that, I'm not really sure. So this retails for $35. It's only 2 brushes and it retails for $35. You can see how they're shaped here. I actually really like the way that they're shaped. I love the handle on this. It like just fits my hand perfectly. I have kind of small hands. This is a very densely packed like foundation brush. This one's a little smaller. It's oval. So is this one, but it is a lot larger and fluffier. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like powder coming out of it. So this is what they look like. The bristles are actually extremely nice, like they're very soft. So here's the tea about these brushes, okay? So did they apply my makeup for the last week, week and a half? Well, yes. Yes, they did. However, maybe not so much with this larger powder brush, but this little foundation brush that I've been applying my foundation with, tiny little hairs just fall out of this all over the place the whole time you're putting on your makeup. Like, I literally have to pick little black hairs off of my face, out of my makeup the whole time that I'm using these. So for me, these brushes are a no, especially for $35 for 2 brushes that basically fall apart. I mean, they haven't completely fallen apart yet, but I've lost a lot of bristles and it's just really time consuming to have to like pick them off of my face. But I am going to show you how they apply, and I'll show you if I have to like get any of this stuff off my face as I answer a few more questions for you. Okay, so I actually did have another question about other hobbies that I have besides makeup. I like to paint. I like to do a lot of crafts. I read a lot. I actually am into collecting like old vintage classic books, so that's something that I do very often. I also read like new books. I read a lot. I like decorating. I mean, this is a channel pretty much about like my hobbies and like what I like to do. So basically everything on this channel plus painting and reading. Okay, so as you can see, it blends out really well. Like these brushes are blending out the makeup really well. And I will say that in the last week or so of me using these brushes, it has gotten a little bit better. Like the bristles falling out has gotten a little bit better, so maybe that was just like a first thing. If any of you have gotten a BOXYCHARM and you got these brushes and it did the same thing, like please comment down below and let me know that I'm not alone, or maybe my brushes were defective. I don't know. It has gotten a little better. I've only had to pick like a couple little bristles off of my face with this one. As I said, this is the smaller one that's doing that. I'm going to show you the larger brush as well. It was not as bad. Another question that I got was, where do you work? Obviously, YouTube is not my full-time job. Sometimes it kind of feels like it. I work at a small family-owned retail location. It's like a kind of a boutique, but we sell like a lot of men's clothes and pants as well. It's called the Pants Store if you want to look it up. I am just one of the store managers at one of the store locations here in my area, so I've worked there for 10 years, worked my way up to a management position, and yeah, so I really love it. But that's what I do, you know, like 85 to 90% of my time. Alright, so now that the foundation is applied, I wanted to go in and show you another thing that I got in my BOXYCHARM box. This is just a sample, so now apparently they're giving out sample cards with their, you know, $25, they've upped it from $21 to $25, and I got a sample card of Pretty Vulgar's Undercover Lightweight Concealer. If you have watched any of my other videos, you know that I love Pretty Vulgar brand. Like, it's just fantastic. I've only gotten one product from them that I absolutely hated. So everything else has been fantastic. So I was really excited to try this out. I haven't opened it yet because I was afraid it would dry out before the video. So I actually am going to try this out as a first impressions right now really quickly. Okay, so they only give you like 4 shades and they're pretty like, you know, like light to dark. But like I'm really, really light. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be too dark for me. But we're going to go in with it. This is in shade Little White Lies, which is considered to be a fair shade. I like my concealer to be really highlighting, and so I go lighter than my foundation. So we're gonna see how this color works out, but moreover I'm just trying to see how the consistency of the concealer is and how it works. I'm just gonna go in with this little I think this is a Morphe brush, doesn't have anything on it, and I'm gonna apply it under my eyes and see how I feel. Definitely darker than what I would use under my eyes. Typically I like to just really lighten that area up. Also, it feels pretty watery, like not thick at all. Not really covering up anything. Can't say that I'm impressed. That's not really doing anything for me at all. I do have like a little bit of a darkness under my eyes, and it just really doesn't seem like there's any coverage there at all. Nothing changed about my face. I hope you can see that on camera. Also apply concealer to my forehead and my nose, a little bit on my chin here where I have this little breakout. I know y'all all saw that in my vacation video, but thanks for not calling me out. So as you can see, you can definitely still see, like I applied that pretty thickly there, and you can definitely still see that last of the blemish that I have there. So yeah, this is a no for me. This was just a sample card, so it doesn't even say how much this actually retails for if I wanted to go purchase this product. I do know that Pretty Vulgar, they're not like a drugstore brand, so it's probably going to be a little bit more on the high-end side. So I would say it's probably like at least $20 if I had to guess. And yeah, it's definitely not worth that because I have some $5 concealer from, you know, Target that works better than this. So that's a no from me. So going back in with the brushes, I'm going to use this bigger fluffy brush to go in with my powder. I'm just going to use Kylie's setting powder today, and we'll see if any of the bristles fall out. So another question was, what is your ride or die makeup product? A makeup product that I can't live without is the e.l.f. eyeliner. It's $2, and if they ever stop making it, I'll cry for the rest of my life probably. I'll probably never find anything that I like better. And so I really hope that e.l.f. never stops making that eyeliner. You know, I use it in every single video. I have it here on my table to use it again today. So yeah, that is a product that, like, stranded on a desert island, like I couldn't live without. As far as like what part of makeup that I always have to put on, like I always have to I don't always wear eyeliner. I would say that like 95% of the time I wear eyeliner, but I never go out like with my face done and without mascara. So I mean, I can't live without mascara. You know, I have to have that. But my favorite product ever would be e.l.f. eyeliner. So I don't know if you can see it, but I have a couple little hairs that have come out of the brush, little bristles here on my face. So the larger brush is also doing that. I don't know why. I don't know if I need to like wash them better and like get that out. But like honestly, for $35 for 2 brushes, like you shouldn't have to be like doing any maintenance to these whatsoever, in my opinion. So no to the brushes as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my bronzer and blush while I'm answering a couple questions. What is my favorite restaurant? I think I talked about this in the last video. It's a little locally owned Mexican restaurant in my hometown, and it's called Guadalajara. And I'm probably the only person that thinks that that's the best restaurant of all time, but I don't care. It's my favorite one. Brie hates it, but it's fine. Okay, and so this question is, when did you get good at doing makeup? And thank you for thinking that I'm good. I actually really started getting into it, like I said earlier, when I started watching YouTube videos. I just really took the time to like go there and practice it and like get more products, more than what I was normally used to. And you know, after that, after watching a lot of videos and just really taking my time with it, that's when I felt like I felt more confident with it, and I started getting a lot more compliments. So I'd say like within the past, you know, 3 or so years, when I really got into it and really started going there with like the videos, and definitely when I started getting better products. Do you prefer Sephora or Ulta? I mean, you know, it's hard because Sephora carries things that Ulta doesn't. So a lot of times there's things that I have to go to Sephora for that I cannot get at Ulta. But I will say that if I had to choose, I would have to go with Ulta because they give so many discounts and coupons. You know, that's a big deal for me. Like, I buy a lot of makeup, so I want to make sure that I'm not spending like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, where, you know, Sephora, like, they just, and maybe it's because I'm not like a part of their like crazy rewards program where I've spent like that much money there, but they never send me coupons or like anything like that. The best deals that they have are like around Christmas when I place a large order for myself. They'll give like crazy amounts of samples, like this huge kit with samples in it, and that's pretty cool. But like other than that, like all year long, Ulta gives me coupons here and coupons there, and you know, you get the bucks where you'll go in and they'll be like, oh, you have $30 worth of, you know, free money, and you're like, oh, okay, yes, apply that to my purchase. So, you know, I've never had that happen to me at Sephora. If you have, you know, let me know how you did it, because I need to know. I'm gonna prime my eyes and go in with the palette that I got in this month's box. That's actually one of my questions, was what are my favorite subscription boxes. Honestly, the only two boxes that I have ever subscribed to was Ipsy and BOXYCHARM. Obviously, I love my BOXYCHARM. There's some hits and misses, but it's worth the money every single time I film. Ipsy was just like not a thing for me because it was good when I was like just starting out with makeup, but a lot of times the $10, like it's $10, like I spend that on coffee in 2 days, you know, so it's not really that much, but you get 5 sample products. So when I loved something, like there wasn't really a lot of it. I got a couple things that I liked, and then a lot of times they would send me stuff that was just total flops. I was like, what is this? Sometimes it would be dried up. Like, the best part of getting Ipsy for me was the little bags that you got every month, because I thought they were really, really cute, because it comes in like a little tiny makeup bag. And they're always different and like themed, which was cute for a while, and then I had like 800 makeup bags that I had to get rid of. And so, you know, for me, like maybe if you're starting out, you're just wanting to like test out the makeup world, like Ipsy was okay. I did love that you could, which BOXYCHARM is like getting into this now, but like I did love that you could really customize stuff there. Like you could really say if you liked or did not like a product, like please don't send me something like this again, please don't, you know, whatever. And but then again, sometimes I would answer those questions and they would send me another lipstick, and I'm like, honestly, stop, I want to try something else. I canceled that after about a year of having it. So I would say that, like, not that I dive into too many subscription boxes, honestly, but I love the BOXYCHARM. It was definitely better than Ipsy for sure. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera for you, and now I'm going to dive into the palette that I got in this month's box. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. This actually only retails for $35, which I think is like a really good deal considering how big these palettes are. It also comes with a little mirror there. These are huge pans to me. There's only 8 colors, but I mean $35, it's not a bad price. The colors are beautiful. You can see I've already used it. Like, that's so blinding. You could use that as a highlighter as well. Another one that I really loved was this very shimmery, like, purple shade. It was beautiful on. It looks really dark, but it was so shiny. And there's also, like, I use these as some transition shades. So, you know, I like a palette that has, like, transition and shiny shades, so I don't have to use, like, a bunch of different palettes, especially if I'm traveling. So I do like that this could be a very neutral palette. Like, I did use a couple neutral looks with this palette, and I may do one of those today as well, but it has some pops of color, and I love that as well for anybody that does like to experiment with colors. So upon first glance, I really do love this palette, and I have been loving it all week using it. I haven't used every one of the colors yet, but I'm going to go in with some of these that I feel like more people would actually use on a daily basis and let you see kind of how they work while I answer some more questions for you. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this like cool toned grayish color Zero Gravity first to like build up a transition shade. Okay, so another question was, what is my fave decor store? And that's kind of hard for me because it's, you know, somewhere between Michael's and Hobby Lobby. My mom and I, when we go shopping, we actually have a rule now that every time we go shopping, we go to Hobby Lobby first, and then if we can't find something, we go to other stores, because recently we've been having this problem where we'll buy things from Michael's or like at home store, and then we will go to Hobby Lobby and actually find everything that we wanted and needed, and we'll end up having to return everything at the other stores. So we now have a, you know, understood rule that we go to Hobby Lobby first. So even though I love Michael's for the deals, like sometimes they have like the craziest coupons that come out. They have fantastic coupons like that they will stack on top of their sales already. So that's why I love Michael's, and I do love their decor. I think it's very beautiful, but you know, Hobby Lobby's my jam. Hobby Lobby has pretty much everything. So yeah, I would say probably Hobby Lobby, but there are days that I say Michael's. Alright, so now I'm going to deepen the corner a little bit with this deep dark storm dust, like rusty color. And I'm using the little Maryland brush that I put in one of my other videos that I got from Five Below. These are very pigmented, just to kind of pack that right here on the inner corner to deepen the corner of the eye. So another question was, what is my fave all-around makeup brand? Well, I guess I'm kind of basing this off of what makeup brands I have the most products of, like what brands I literally have the most of. And I think that would either be Kylie or Too Faced. I really love Too Faced products. I think they have such a cool brand to have everything like smell a certain way. You know, like it smells like peaches, like the foundation smells like peaches. And then, you know, they'll have like the Tutti Frutti blushes and lipsticks and stuff like that. Like they have everything on theme. And also it doesn't break you out. Like I've never used anything from them that has broken me out. So whatever their fragrances are must be pretty natural, or my face is just like agreeing with them. I don't know. But, you know, I'm very prone to breaking out, especially when brands like to get really fancy like that and put a bunch of like fun fragrances and stuff. And they, you know, I've just never broken out from any Too Faced product. So I would say, you know, I use a lot of Too Faced products. And also, of course, Kylie. I don't just buy it because she's Kylie. I mean, I do love her. Everybody knows that. But I do think that she has great products. I mean, I have had flops from her before, like in being truly honest, but then again, there's also products from her brand that's honestly the best thing that I've ever used. So I think one of those brands would be definitely like my favorite all-around brands. Never been disappointed by Too Faced. Honestly, don't think that I've ever gotten anything from Too Faced that I didn't like, so that one's probably over Kylie then, I guess. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with a little bitty Wish angled brush. Actually, I think this one's e.l.f. Yep, this one's the e.l.f. Defining Eye brush. I'm going to go in with this one and put a little bit of this sparkly Fireball color just right over the top of that rust color we did, just to give it a little bit of glitter and shine. And if you can see how that's turning out, like we've transitioned from like the darker, cooler gray to like this warm, bronzy rust color. And now to complete the look, I'm going to go in with this beautiful Eternal Light color. This is the one that I've been using the most because it's just so blinding. It really pops. I actually like to wet this color a little bit, so I'm going to go get like my little medicine cup of water to dip. This little green brush, it's like a little flat, really small tipped brush that I usually use for like my super glittery colors for the lid. So let me go get that and I'll be right back. So as you can see, I just barely wet that color and just kind of packed it on right there up to the orangey color, and it is so blinding. I hope you can see that sparkle under the light. Definitely have been impressed by this brand, and these eyeshadows are obviously like extremely pigmented. Like they give me this beautiful eye look in pretty much no time. So Definitely have been impressed by this. I do think this is a good deal for $35. So this is probably, like, I always have one product in my BOXYCHARM box every month that I'm like, okay, this was worth the $25, and I think this was it for me. So my next question was, what is my skin type and my favorite foundation? So my skin type is very, very, very oily and acne prone. If I didn't use certain products, like, the makeup would honestly just slide right off my face. And I have struggled with acne my entire life. You know, as you can see, like, I still have a little bump here. That's pretty much as bad as it gets now in my life, now that I've really cleaned up my skincare routine and, like, really take care of my face. But, you know, it was a lot worse as a child. For me, my favorite foundations with my skin type have been, one, Too Faced Peach Perfect. It's completely oil free. It's never broken me out ever, and it's very full coverage for me. Like, you can really build it up to full coverage, and it's just so pretty. It smells fantastic. It actually smells like peaches. If you get a little bit on your lips, it actually tastes sweet too. I don't know how they do it, but I love it. Every time I wear it, I get compliments from people. They're like, your skin looks airbrushed. I'm like, thank you. It's the only one that I'm like, I can't live without this. For a more drugstore brand, for someone who has oily or acne prone skin, like, I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus today. I've had this in a lot of my videos. It's only like $5, so if you're looking for something that, you know, is not as expensive, is not as pricey, love it. I use it a lot. I think it stays matte all day as well. I prefer Too Faced. I'm not really sure why. I just think that the finish is a little better, but honestly, I have no complaints about the Wet n Wild either. So if you have super oily or acne prone skin, I will say that my cousin has very, very dry skin, and she uses the Wet n Wild Photo Focus as well. So it's not just for oily skin, but whatever it's formulated with, it doesn't break me out. It does stay matte all day, so I would definitely recommend that. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with some highlighter, and I'm not even going to tell you what it is because it's going to be in next week's video. So if you love it and are super impressed by it, you'll have to tune in. And while I'm doing that, I'll answer another question. My next question is, what is your favorite season? Favorite season is probably like summer, because I hate being cold and I like going to the beach. That's obviously my favorite time to go to the beach. However, my favorite, like, holiday would be Christmas. I love Christmas so much because, I don't know, there's just like a feeling around Christmas time that I really appreciate. It kind of like takes me back, and it just feels like really homey. It's very comforting, and so I love Christmas so much, even though I would say my fave season is definitely summer, just because, you know, I could do without the cold, honestly. It's nice around Christmas time, just because, you know, you feel like you should be cold during this time, but I'd prefer not to be. Alright, and so my next question is, will you do, oh my god. So my next question is, will you do a home tour? And it's, you know, it's not like exactly a home tour, but kind of. You're probably going to see most of my whole house, because I am doing a Christmas decor home tour. You know, I can't just do my living room. Like, just do my living room like normal, because the Christmas is literally like thrown up all over my house. So if I want to show you like all of the Christmas around my home, I'm going to have to take you to pretty much every room. So yeah, I am doing sort of a home tour, and that's going to be coming within the next couple weeks. Like I said, I took this week kind of off of YouTube and am posting this video a little bit late, just so that I could have all of my Christmas stuff up and ready for you guys to film that video. So yeah, you are kind of going to get a home tour pretty soon. This is probably one of the most insane highlighters I've ever used in my life. Like, that is so blinding. I'm pretty sure, like, my camera's messing up right now. Alright, so I'm going to go in and finish my eyes. You know, we're going in with the e.l.f. $2 eyeliner. I just don't know, like, I just can never find anything that I like better than this. So, like, if e.l.f. ever stops using this, it's going to be the worst day of my life. so now we got the wing on. I'm gonna do some mascara. I only have 2 products left for my BOXYCHARM review, and we're about to get in with those. Today I'm using the Essence False Lash Effect. It's like $4.99 at Ulta, but I really like it. So my next question is, what is your fave clothing store besides the clothing store that you work at? Honestly, if I'm not shopping at the clothing store where I work at and getting a discount, I refuse to buy like super expensive clothing because I'm so used to, you know, not buying super expensive clothing. I do buy a lot of clothing. I do love fashion. That is something that interests me as well. But honestly, if I'm not shopping at the pants store, I am shopping at Target. Target or Walmart. Don't sleep on Walmart ever again. They've really stepped it up. I'm usually shopping at Target, Walmart, or TJ Maxx. Like, it's really, you know, I don't really get too fancy and crazy with it. Normally, like recently, I will say that most of my clothing has come from Target or Walmart. I don't really care. I don't care if it's a brand, and I don't care how much it costs, as long as I have a lot of clothes and they're cute. Like, what really matters to me is that, like, it's in style, it's fashionable, it looks good on me. Like, I don't care that it was $15 or $50. So I'm a Target kind of girl, you know. I'm in Target every single day, so I'm definitely behind my wardrobe while I'm in there. Okay guys, so the eyes and face are done. Let's jump back into the Boxy review. I know it's been a little minute. My next product that I got was a Dose of Colors lipstick. This is a liquid matte lipstick. It's in the shade Nude Mood. And I actually have been loving this. I've worn it every single day this week. It's not just the color that I like. I do think it's a great formula. Is it as long lasting as like some other products that I have? No. But the formula is very lightweight, which I like that. It's not super chalky or sticky. And again, this is just a great color to put with every single look. So I have been using it pretty much every day. And so my next question was, how do you always make or find time to plan outfits, makeup, and hair every day before work? Pretty much it's because I don't have children. I'm kidding. Plenty of people with children can do this. Basically, you know, I don't wake up and treat it like a chore. I don't do it for anybody else besides myself. So when I wake up, you know, this is a hobby of mine. It's not just something that I do for other people. Like, I like to look a certain way. Putting on makeup is fun for me. Like, having my hair done a certain way is fun for me. You know, fashion is something that I'm interested in. So I wake up and it's like me time in the morning. Like, I get to do this fun thing with my makeup or like my hair, and then it all comes together with like the outfit that I pick out. So, and a lot of times I pick out my outfit at night. Most of the time I pick out my outfit at night, and there are days that I definitely like skip a part of my routine. I'm like, wow, this outfit's really cute and my makeup is like full beat, but you know, today she's not doing her hair, and I put it up with like a little headband or something like that. Like, you know, my life is not that put together at all. I don't think I lie about that. Just gives me motivation throughout the day. Like, I just have the worst days when I wake up and just roll out of the bed and put on just anything with like barely any makeup. I just feel like I've put no effort into my day, and so it's not going to put any effort into me, I guess. So yeah, I mean, you do have to make time. I do get up earlier than most people. Another thing is, I don't have to be at work until 10. It's like, I feel it for anybody who asks me these questions and they have to be at work at like 7 or 8. Like, I'm not a morning person at all. So like, if I did have to be at work at 7 or 8, like, I would have to alter my life. I wake up at like 7:30 when most of you are like leaving your home probably to go to work. I'm like just now waking up and like, oh, the sun's up. Like, I guess I'll go do all this fun stuff and then go to work. So I realize that's not something that everybody can do. That does help a lot. But again, mostly it's just like, you know, I enjoy doing it. So, you know, I want to get up and like get ready and do like full beat makeup, and, you know, because I'm sure nobody else cares but me. That being said, I do love this Dose lipstick color. As you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful shade. It's super matte. Beautiful, beautiful matte shade. It's $18. Little pricey for a lipstick for me. I definitely have tried worse. It did stay most of the day. It didn't bleed out. It definitely did not bleed like around my lips or anything like that, which is a big deal for me. But it didn't stay. I mean, it doesn't stay as long as you would think. It does come in a lot of beautiful colors, but I love this for $18. Like I said, been in my purse all week, haven't even taken it out, been using it every single day. Alright, and so my last product that I got in my box was this Tula Skincare Probiotics and Superfoods. This is like a nourishing and brightening mask. It says it's like for acne and blemishes, which I'm totally okay with. Like, I love that. It actually came in a set of 2, and I think they're $22. When I read on it, it was all about like, you know, cleaning out your face, cleaning out the pores on your face, like just making sure it has like the benzoyl peroxide in it as well, so it's supposed to clear your acne. I loved it. I can't wait to post a photo for you. I'm gonna post a photo for you here so you can see me in this mask. It was actually really good. Like, there was 2, as I said, so here's the other one. I'm definitely going to be using it. It feels cold all the time, like no matter where it's been, which is kind of weird. It's one of the first Tula products that I've ever used. You know, it's a big brand. I did feel like my face was clear. It did a lot for this bump that I had. It did help in clearing that up so much. I noticed that my skin was a lot brighter when I woke up the next morning, like after having used this for like 10-15 minutes and then like rubbing the product into my face after I took the actual mask off. A difference in my skin. I could tell that it cleared it up. It was a lot brighter. It was a lot smoother. So, I mean, if you're gonna go there for like a mask that like sits on your face like that and it's kind of crazy, like this Tula one's really good, and it's made me very interested in getting some more Tula products, so stay tuned for that. But that was the last of my BOXYCHARM box. Alright guys, so that was it for my BOXYCHARM review for November. I loved most of the products in here. Like I said, the brushes weren't for me, the concealer was definitely not for me, but the palette, the lipstick, and the mask like really made it worth it. The eye cream, oh, I love that. So another box that I'm like, wow, that was worth $25. It is $25 now, but it's still way worth it. They actually give you an extra product. I guess they consider that the little like sample card that I got, but it was still cool to try that. Still love it, still think it's worth it. Again, if you want to know anything else about these products, just comment down below. I'll let you know anything else that I thought. I hope you like this makeup look and how it turned out. I did have one question left when I posted on Instagram. You all were very responsive and I really appreciate that. What is your favorite thing about doing YouTube? And I like a lot about doing YouTube, but my favorite thing, I guess, is just like sharing with you guys and, you know, all the responses that I've got, you know, so far. I mean, I'm pretty new, but like so far I haven't gotten any negative responses. Everybody's just been so supportive so far, like watching my videos, liking my videos, you know, telling me that everything, you know, looks great and giving me suggestions, like great constructive criticism. So, I mean, I guess like you guys are my favorite part of YouTube for sure, like just reaching out to you and kind of showing you, you know, my favorite things, because that's what this channel is about. You know, it's not about anything really too specific. It's just like my favorite things. I just have really loved getting to share with you guys, and I hope to continue like into 2020. So y'all continue to give me love on my videos, like everything, comment down below. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all so much again for all the love on my last 2 videos. I can't believe how well those went over. I really, really appreciate y'all. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching A Little About LV.